Cuxton, nice to see you all again. What a action-packed week we've had this week. Lots and lots of fantastic learning. The sun has come out, it's meant you guys have been able to get outside a bit more and do some great learning outside. And spring really feels like it's here, which is fantastic. I normally talk to you on Friday about values. This week is slightly different though. I'm not going to talk to you for very long actually. I'm going to show you a video in a moment. As you know, we've had COVID around for over a year now, and one of the really important things that we've been told all the way along is the importance of washing your hands. And a couple of members of staff have spoken to me recently and said, I think children are forgetting quite how important it is to keep their hands clean and to stop germs spreading. So I'm going to show you a video in a moment just to remind you of the importance of hand washing and why you need to wash your hands and how you wash your hands and all that sort of thing. And then hopefully we can continue to be germ-free, happy and nice and well as we hopefully move away from COVID and more towards normality and things getting back to what we would like them to be as we get close to the summer. So I'll let you watch the video and then I'll see you very quickly afterwards.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Ranj Singh. I'm an NHS doctor and some of you might also have seen me on the TV. I'm going to need your help with some experiments. Sound fun? Excellent. I'll also be answering some questions about washing hands, and by the end of today's assembly, you'll all be hand washing experts. You'll not only know how, but also when is best to wash your hands. Right, let's get started.
Why do I need to wash my hands?
Hand washing is really important and it's a good idea to make it part of your everyday routine. By washing your hands, you're actually helping to stop germs from spreading. But what are germs? Well, they're tiny little things that are all around us that we can't see with our eyes, but we can see them with special microscopes. Some germs are good and they live alongside us and they can even be quite helpful. Others are not so good and they can make us feel unwell. And they're the ones we want to get rid of when we wash our hands. And that's why after you've been outside your home or at school and touched lots of different things like door handles or even climbing frames, it's a good idea to give your hands a wash just in case. Here's a little look at how germs are spread.
Crikey, it's cross-contamination. For many people, their phones are their best friends. At least it can seem like that. Jack's phone gets taken everywhere. The thing is, phones can give us a lot more than our social media updates. I'm talking about germs. Let's take a closer look at what's going on. Normally, they're invisible little blighters, so we're going to represent germs with this gunky paint. Look at how the germs are spreading. We call this cross-contamination.
Hi Dad.
Yuck! Not again. He smeared germs all over the place. Ah! Want to have another think about that?
Well, now we know what germs are and why you need to wash your hands, let's move on to our next question.
How does soap work?
Germs include things like viruses and bacteria that can make us unwell. Soap works by trapping any of them that might be on our hands, and then when the soap meets the water, it washes them away. Pretty nifty, eh? Sometimes when you're out and about playing or on an adventure, you might not have any soap and water handy. But don't worry, you can also use something called hand sanitizer. Check with an adult before you use it though to make sure it's the right one and just to be safe. But do you want to see what really happens when you put soap on your hands? Let's take a look. Okay, it's time for a little experiment. This is a really simple way to see how soap works. So here we have a plate, but for a moment I want you to imagine it's something like a door handle or something else you might touch. Now for this experiment, I'm just going to add a little bit of water, like that. And I'm going to add some pepper. Now I want you to imagine that this pepper is germs. So, look what happens when I dip my finger in. As you can see, I've got pepper stuck to my finger. And this is what happens when you touch things that might have germs on them. The germs move from the object to your hands. But now look what happens after I've added some soap. Here we go. So just like with real germs, when it meets water, the soap moves the pepper away from me and stops it sticking to my hands. My hands are lovely and clean. No nasty germs for me. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Right, on to our next question.
How and when should I wash my hands?
Don't worry, you don't have to wash your hands all the time, but here's a simple rule to remember. We should wash our hands when they're dirty or at other important times, like if we've been touching things outside or if we touch things that lots of other people have touched. For example, a slide at the playground. Also, wash them when you get back home from being outside to avoid bringing germs home with you. And last but not least, always remember to wash them before you eat and after you've been to the loo, or if an adult asks you to. And remember, if you can't get to a sink, you can always use hand sanitizer to get rid of any nasty germs. So now we know why washing germs off our hands with soap can help keep ourselves, our friends and our families safe. And we even know when we should wash our hands. So what's left? Of course, how to wash our hands properly so we can bish bash bosh those germs away. Let's take a look at how to properly wash our hands. You can follow along if you like. Just pretend you've got some soap and water.
Oh, yeah. Come on, everyone. Wash your bang that drum and put your hands together for the hand wash song. First you wet it, then you soak it. Now you palm it, and do the backs. You're right on the track. Next you lace it, interlock it, twist the thumb, your fingertips. That's the trick. I see you wrist it. Time to rinse it. Last you dry it, and you're done. You bish bash bosh.
And that's everything you need to know. Nice and simple. Now you can tell other people what germs are, how they spread, and why soap works. So remember to wash your hands, especially after touching things outside of your house. It's really important right now that we all try to keep each other as safe as possible by not spreading germs around. And that way we can all be happier and healthier and have lovely clean hands.
So there we go. Quick reminder about how important it is to wash your hands, how to wash your hands. So please, when you're at school, when you're at home, wherever you may be, just remember to wash your hands before you eat, when you come back in from break and lunch, maybe when you come in at the start and at the end of the day, and obviously we do the sanitizer stuff as well. So just keep up the really good hand hygiene, guys, and it'll make sure you stay as well as possible. Right, as I said, that was it for this week. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend as we come back on Monday for the last week of this term before the Easter holidays. Have a good one, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.